It's been awesome. We got down here Monday afternoon, drove down here, so it's been awesome. Had a lot of fun with all the guys. Got to go to Billy Bob's. I've always wanted to go there. So it's been fun. I've enjoyed it.
What are you looking forward to about playing this Navy team now that it's tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I grew up like always on NCAA playing the triple option, playing against my dad. My dad was in the Navy for a little bit, so he's always been a Navy fan. So it's always gonna be fun. Plus, I always like the triple option. I always say I'm gonna go install that back in my high school whenever I'm done playing football. So it'll be fun to watch that. And it's another opportunity to play. So
Are you glad you don't have to defend the triple option tomorrow? That's
yeah,
not on you.
yeah. I don't really. Those guys can have fun. Kobe and all of them. I'll just sit over there and watch. I'll be a fan.
What's it been like with Coach Arbuckle through this bowl prep?
I love Coach Arbuckle. Me and him, we like to bicker back and forth with each other, but I love him. He brings a lot of juice. I mean, he's with Mike every step of the way. Even Casey. I mean, they have a play and he's meeting them halfway, coaching with them. I love him, and I can already see a difference with him being here.
Can you see the foundation being set for next season through these bowl preps? I mean, he wasn't expected to be on the field. How important is that? And do you see that foundation being set?
Yeah, I mean, right now we're still doing kind of like everything that we've been doing right now. He's just kind of learning what we're doing right now and kind of helping out. But I can definitely tell that it's going to be a fun season next year with him.
What have you seen from Mike since kind of stepping in back as the starter, obviously, for the bowl prep and all that?
I can see his confidence going back up. He's getting back to where he was. He's out there. He looks great, slinging the ball, running around. I mean, I like to watch him run. It makes me look a lot better. So,
What was your impression of getting Mateer in the portal to come here?
yeah, I mean, I was just pretty excited. I was back home for a little bit. Me and my parents were riding around looking at Christmas lights, big holiday guy. And got on Twitter and saw that. So that was pretty cool. Excited to have him, excited to get to know him and get to work with him.
What did Navy do so well against Army, just from a defensive line perspective? They shut down Army. Army was really good all year, especially that offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, up front, their D-line, they have a 94, 96. 96 is a very good defensive lineman. I know you know that Navy, they're not probably the biggest guys, but that right there, I'd love to have him on our team. Like, he's a very high-motor guy. They're just very active. They're very active guys that don't take plays off. And so, that's how they play the game how it should be played.
You mentioned how different Navy's offense is, but what have you seen from film that's so different about Navy's defense and how they play there?
They're very kind of unpredictable. They do a lot of stuff, here and there that, a lot of teams have tendencies and stuff. You're just going to they go out there and play. And if they feel like they can get you on one play, they're going to go after you on something.
The offensive line, as a group, really started to play their best ball down the stretch of the season. Just what would it mean to kind of close off, continue that positive momentum to end the year?
Yeah, I think getting a bowl win would be awesome going into the offseason, give everybody that confidence going in there, especially if we have a really good game, especially with the younger guys and the guys that we have are coming back. It'll just be a good little thing of momentum going into next season.
Troy, Brent mentioned that you were instrumental in helping some of these younger guys. I'm curious what role you've had with Michael as he's come back into that top quarterback spot. Just what have you tried to impart on him?
I just try to help him relax. I just go out there and I like to joke around. I like to have fun. So if he's out there and he looks like he's all serious or something, I'll go over there and hit him, kind of just mess with him a little bit, just relax and just tell him like, dude, it's just a game. Go out there, regardless of what happens. You're gonna wake up the next morning hopefully, and you're gonna. Football is a small part of your life, and don't kill yourself right now just dealing with it.
How much do you feel like him getting another game under his belt will benefit him?
Oh, I think it's going to be awesome for him, especially, right now he's got to make some things happen. We obviously don't have the team that we've had at the beginning of the year, so it's a great opportunity for him to go out there and show really what he's about. And, all eyes are on him, so.
Do you think, you talked about his confidence rising. Last time we saw him on the field was South Carolina, obviously not the game him or any of you wanted. Do you feel like this is kind of a game for him to reestablish just what he can do out there?
Oh, yeah, and he's a competitor, so obviously he's going to go out there every single game and try to make it his best game. And I think he knows that's what happened the last time. I think he'll do anything in his power to never let that happen again.
How different is this roster? You mentioned a second ago, and Brent gave us a number of 56 scholarship players. How different is that when you think about the start of the year to where you're at now?
Yeah, obviously it's different. It's college football nowadays, but I'm proud of all these younger guys like Trey Brown, Jacob Jordan, Zion Raggins, all those guys. They've looked amazing out there at wide receiver. I'm excited for them. And to me, as an older guy, it's always nice to see the freshmen go out there and have a great opportunity to make a name for themselves. And what better time to do it than the bowl game?
talk about development at the end of the year. It seemed like Heath and Logan really started working well on the left side. What does that mean to you guys when you say, "Hey, you guys are playing better"? Are you seeing it on tape?
Oh, yeah.
Are they just getting more confident, more comfortable?
Yeah, and I think every offensive line, you got to gel. You got to, and we had some things where it was never really a set roster or set depth throughout the year. But I think the past few weeks we've had a set roster, and I think you just get more confident. You kind of know, like if I'm Logan, I know what he's thinking right here. I know kind of how he's going to play it, so I know how to adjust to that. And it's good for us. And I mean, like I've said in almost every interview, this is the closest O-line I've ever been around. I love these guys. I'm going to be sad tomorrow night after the game because this is by far the best group I've ever been around.
At the same time, is it kind of exciting knowing that there's a lot of you guys that are coming back next year?
Yeah, I mean, we're losing, the three guys, Branson, Spencer, Tarquin, those kind of guys. And, I love them. I'm so glad they came in here and played with us. I've made relationships with them for the rest of my life. Probably going to be in my wedding. And, but the guys we have coming back, the new guys coming in, we got the transfers, Derek Simmons and Luke from Stanford. So it's going to be really exciting to get those guys in there and kind of gel with the group and take it into next year and have a good year.
Were you able to run into Derek or Luke while they were on their visits and get an impression of them?
Yeah, I try to joke. I was hosting them on both, so I'm trying to see if I can get a job as a recruiting staff after this.
You're working all the time.
2 for 2.
Yeah, I know.
Last game of the season, so I want to ask this question. Can you think back at the biggest compliment Coach Beanbo gave you the offensive line this year, and maybe the toughest setting you had with him this year?
I don't know if I can say the toughest setting what was that, but obviously after the Alabama game, he was happy for us. It was just the way the season went for us to go out there and kind of play how we did, dominate the run game and all that. It was just a real kind of deep breath and felt good for everybody, and especially for him too.
I know he's pretty demanding. What's he like? What was he been like? Do you look back at the season and say he had the right tone, or has it always been the same tone every game?
No, I mean obviously, he's not gonna be okay with what we put out there for some of the games, but he's been he's coached every single guy out there as hard as he can, and then it don't matter if you're a third string guy. He's got some guy that we had injuries during fall camp. You got guys that are like fourth string, and he's in there coaching like a starter. Everyone gets the same treatment, but I like to joke around with him, so we've kind of got a few laughs from him here and there, so I take pride in that.
Do you tread lightly in that, the joking? How long did it take you to feel like, okay, I can joke with him?
A little bit after the injury, I was kind of like when I was over to the side and I knew I wasn't going to be like in practice, I was like, maybe I could joke around with him just a little bit and see how it kind of goes.
You talked about Logan and Heath. For these last couple of weeks, how important have these ball practices been for guys like Isaiah, Eddie, those true freshmen, just to get extended reps?
And it's been awesome for them because, they've all stepped up. They've been with the 2 deep pretty much all year. And so they've shown tremendous improvement. Yeah, they're still freshmen, still going to make a few mistakes here and there. But I'm excited for them. Those guys, in a few years, when that's the offensive line, it's going to be a really good offensive line.
Troy, you said you're a big Christmas guy. I need more. What are we talking about?
Oh, big Christmas guy. Christmas sweater. I've already kind of got it down. I didn't do it like before, so I'm doing Christmas Eve when I get back Saturday, and then Sunday will be our Christmas. I got Mike Tyson Christmas sweaters. Favorite Christmas movie of all time is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I got a sweater on there. Even shared one to my Instagram story yesterday of my favorite quote from that movie. Probably could guess which quote.
Yeah, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
So when did this love of Christmas, has it always sort of been a big deal for you?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm a big candle guy. I got a bunch of Christmas tree candles around there.
Really?
My parents like to mess around with me all the time about it, but I just enjoy it. It makes me happy.
Do you like shopping for Christmas?
Nah, I don't shop.
Okay, you just
I'll put the lights up and all that stuff. When we were back home after the season, got a few days off, I went out and I bought a 10-foot snowman blow up and put it in our front yard. Mother was not happy about that one.
awesome.
Yeah.